What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Kingdom, episode 40. Co-host Brian.
What up, y'all?
And we're going to start off with the wheel, you guys, because you guys already know we always delay it and never do it on time.
We added one thing.
We did, yeah.
We finally got rid of the hot sauce. Because I feel these last episodes were just nonstop hot sauce.
Hot sauce, yeah, you know what? And I feel like we already did the hot sauce so many times that, like, okay, we could...
My stomach's still hurting.
Yeah. All right, you guys, here we go. We're going to go ahead and spin it. You know what? There you go.
Oh, like, wait, what? That's funny.
Drum roll, please.
And...
Oh, is that what we put?
Oh, my God. Well, that's funny.
All right, you guys. So pretty much I made this one up. I was like, you know, what's obviously like that one wish that you would...
If I had one
If you had one wish, yeah, what would it be?
Shit. Honestly... As of right now, with everything going on, I wish there was just world peace right now.
World peace.
Because this shit is crazy. Y'all know what's going on. This shit is crazy.
You know what? That's something that we haven't seen ever on this world, like world peace.
Oh,
like,
we won't. We won't.
No, yeah, we won't, yeah.
But that's like the wish.
Imagine like if everyone would just go with each other, all the countries. It would be like paradise. Like you could travel here, there, like
that. And you know how
without
much
hate
more
or
would
anything.
be able to succeed? With like, oh, this technology we figured out, let's share it with other people. Oh, yeah, we could finally find the cure for cancer or something. Like,
imagine
all working out together. Like, but no, sadly,
helping each other out together as humanity and not like races and stuff like you know what I mean?
Yeah, but here we are trying to fight one another,
divided and conquered. Yeah,
divide and conquer. That's how it is. What would be your wish, bro?
You know, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah,
I already take it though. You can't say the same thing.
Damn. Okay, my wish.
Nah. You could say the same thing because I feel that's what everybody.
For sure.
Would
like
love.
At the moment, yeah, world peace would be like amazing. Yeah.
If it was something not super like, boom, just like a simple wish, what would that be?
Okay. Like aside from that, right? From wishing. Okay.
Something that's possible.
Okay.
That because that world peace, I feel as of the beginning of time, world peace has not really been such a thing.
I would say maybe the cure for all diseases, because I feel like diseases are the ones that take us out young and stuff like that. You know, and I would love to live a long life to see my daughters flourish. You know,
that part, bro. You know what? That I feel that would be a wish for me, where I wish I get to the age where I see my offsprings flourish.
Yeah, and then you would feel like okay, you know.
Like I'm good to go.
Yeah, for sure. Not like immortality because that's too much. I feel like eventually I'll be like, okay,
like I am tired.
I'm fucking over this shit.
That's funny. You're like either something take me out now because I need my rest.
Yeah. Just to go out like the natural way and not like by a disease or something like that for sure. Let's say like you have an option to either go back in time and talk to your younger self, or just relive like a moment, I guess, or jump forward in life and see your future, like what's going on. Which one would you choose?
It would be crazy, but like you know what? I feel like the past, I accept everything that has happened.
Yeah,
but living in the future would be kind of dope.
Yeah,
and if anything, how I said from the beginning. Like, it would be cool to just kind of skip all this bullshit right now.
Yeah.
You know, like...
for sure, yeah. And in general, how the future is going to look. Because, back in the 2000s, like, early 2000s, like, people were saying, oh, by 2020, we have flying cars, all this shit. And it's the same. Like, all we have is like faster computers. AI is being introduced now and stuff like that. But it's kind of, like, similar, you know?
Oh, what if, like, we go in the future and instantly there's, like, Terminators everywhere? Like shit, hold on. I went way too far out and they're like, it's only been a year.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh shit.
Like even if you went and you told them you sounded the alarm, they probably still wouldn't believe you, you know? Like you stop, like don't do all this shit. Isn't that what happens in Terminator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly the storyline. I think you're reading the script right now, bro. But yeah. I feel that like it would be cool to kind of just go to the future and see like what's going on.
You imagine world peace?
Bro, some can wish. Some can wish.
Oh, yeah, right.
But I highly doubt it. what would you do? Go back or go forward?
I feel like I'm very like intrigued about like the future, so I'd probably go forward.
If
See how it is.
yeah.
Because the past, how you said, like already happened. I already know what's going on.
Mm.
I mean, I would only go to the past to give myself advice on what to do and shit like that. You know,
invest in stocks. I'm only 10. Shut up. Invest.
Stop it. Don't buy that dime bag.
Fuck. That would help. No?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? If there was a button, right, and you could go to the future for a specific amount of time, but just come back. You get me?
Okay. Yeah.
What, like, how many years far out forward would you want to go?
I would say like 30 years.
30 years?
30 years, yeah.
And you wouldn't age, though? Like, you're still just you?
Okay.
Like, right now, you're, what, 34?
34, yeah.
Like, you get here, you're not going to be 64. Like, you're going to be
my age,
still 34. Like, so you could still, like, thrive and whatever.
Yeah, well, like I said 30 years because I feel that by that age, Mia and Camila will be, like,
full-grown adults.
Like, entering, like, their 30s. And I'm sure, like, you know, by that age, like, you're kind of more, like, set on, like, on your life. I mean, obviously not there yet, but, like, you're more, like, with your actions and stuff like that. You know, like full adult,
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Seeing, like, I don't know.
Chismoso, you know, I don't see what's going on.
Come back with that info, like, so, you're married, huh? I was like, what? No? That's freaking hilarious. But
what about you?
Me in the future, I feel like, okay, say that. If I were able to go to the future, not age or anything, like, I don't know. The way everything is, like, moving right now, like, technology-wise, it's, like, super fast.
Yeah.
So even that, like, those 30 years, I feel there's going to be just so much.
Maybe, you know, social media might not be a thing, but then, you know, it's going to be something else.
Oh,
you never know.
It'll probably still be social media, but it's going to be, like,
a evolved
platform.
It'll be different, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the way, like, people interact like that is be probably way different, you know?
Yeah, like, oh, what's your hologram us? Like, what? Like, your hologram, and, like, you could see other people.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
Some shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's not going to be Facebook, Instagram, whatever, TikTok.
Yeah, it's
going to be something crazy. Yeah. But I would like to do, like, a full-on 100 years.
100 years? Okay, yeah. Because I feel like 100 years, that's a big leap. That's like...
It is.
Because if you go back 100 years from now, I mean, there's still for sure, like...
Oh.
Like, shit.
100 years?
Like, war still going on.
In the past? Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just... I feel like cars were, like, barely starting to be, like... Developed, yeah.
Yeah. Like, the first, like, Fords, how they'll crank them in front and all that. Like... Yeah, that was like 100 years ago type of shit. So
the 20s, huh?
In the future, maybe there is, like, 100 years from now, maybe there is, like, flying cars.
I feel like 100 years, I feel there is going to be flying cars. Cause have you seen, like, those flying taxis that they're making up now?
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, they pull out the wings out of nowhere and they start, like, flying and shit?
No, but...
Yeah.
See, that's just crazy.
Yes.
I will say, I know that they were saying that technically there is, like, flying cars.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why they don't want to have them out is because the air traffic.
It'll clog up the air traffic.
It'll be, well, that, and then, imagine already as it is, when you're going to downtown LA, you're like, shit, like it said an hour, but now like an hour 30 because there's a crash here, there's a crash there, you know? So imagine a car crashing in the sky.
That'd be more scary.
Falling down.
Fuck, imagine.
Like a plane is so different because it just has that one trip.
Yeah, and
take those people.
Yeah, that one trip.
A regular car, you're going everywhere.
Yeah, and then planes are like, you know, like every time they land, they're checked like every single time. A car, like you don't check your car every day. Like you just go over there.
people be ignoring that emergency freaking.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. But oh no, I know. I forgot where I saw this, but they were saying like technically we have the technology.
Is that they don't want it out?
But that, like, you know,
I'm scared of what people are gonna do. Yeah, people could do the same thing now.
Right now, what do we see in the streets that would benefit that? Self-driving vehicles.
Yeah, that's true.
So imagine self-driving vehicles like in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a little safer than any one of us taking the wheel.
Yeah.
Like imagine a drunk driver in the sky.
Fuck.
You know, you're like, no, I'm good. Fly away like, oh shit.
But you know how they say obviously that like a plane or a jet, like they give off like way more like carbon monoxide. than cars. So imagine like having like a million like flying cars, like the atmosphere will be ruined then.
No, unless they're electric.
True.
Because everything's going like electric now.
Yeah.
It would just be the amount of power would have to like support all these electrical flying vehicles.
That'll be a lot of electricity. Yeah.
Yeah.
That has to be generated.
Maybe too much.
Yeah.
Right? Like, can we have that much power? Like generated?
I heard no. I heard that's the reason why they actually went back from the. You know how like I think it was Biden who said by 2030 something we had to have like full electric, and then people are saying that it's actually not possible because if everyone went electric, then what will happen like during power grid outages or shit like that? I mean, if that's happening now, and not everybody has an electric car, imagine when everybody has an electric car.
True.
Yeah, so I think that part of like
the amount of power in order to like support all that is
that has to improve
possible.
first before that gets implemented. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the power grid has to improve and be able to sustain all that shit before like everyone is able to have an electric car.
Yeah, because imagine that having like a faulty, I don't know, your just battery goes dead in the sky.
Wow, yeah. Or you can't even travel because there's no electricity. I mean, there's no electricity.
Yeah. Well, even at that, isn't electric like vehicles way heavier than like
because the battery is huge.
It's a huge battery. Yeah. So now imagine like say like a regular vehicle weighs like 1,500 or something.
Yeah.
So maybe electrical is like 2 something or maybe 3. So
that's a big ass battery. Yeah. And then to make all the batteries too, like big ass batteries.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I felt like we got real deep into that, but you know what? At the end of the day, I don't think it's happening.
Yeah. Something about a gas car that I just like, turn it on and like hearing the engine.
Well, old muscle cars, I love the sound of like muscle cars.
Yeah.
And I feel you obviously see them like more like rare and rare. Like they're slowly, being destroyed or whatever it is. But when I see like a muscle car and I'm like, damn, that's just like roaring. Like you just hear them like, and then you hear the little electrical, like you don't even hear it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you like, I felt like
it's so quiet. Yeah.
In the beginning, there had like a little squeaky noise kind of thing.
I feel like it's definitely gonna take the fun out of like
rubbing your engine.
Yeah, like that, and like and like having like unique cars because they're probably all gonna be the same. By the time they're all electric.
True. Yeah. But and that also customizing them, where like
it's like
people
how much
do like turbo intakes and all that, like so like how you gonna do it with an electrical? Yeah. Like I got an extra AA in my car, like like
instead of NOS, instead of the AAA battery,
plug in the extra battery. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, because right now there's like 4-cylinder cars, 6-cylinder, 8-cylinder. Turbo with all this shit. And what's gonna be that?
9-volt, freaking 8.
AA, AAA,
AA, AAA. That's funny, but yeah, it ain't happening. At least not anytime soon. But maybe if I skip 100 years from now,
I feel like in 100 years, some shit's gonna be going down.
Be like one huge grid of like electric.
Yeah, you know what? And I feel like the only way to accomplish that, like how we said, like like if everyone unites and becomes,
so it ain't happening.
Peace, share, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Talking about cars, if you had the option to get any vehicle you wanted, doesn't matter if you saw it like on a movie or you just know it, like a classic, like how we said muscle cars or something like brand new, super sporty. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever your choice was, what would that be like?
Okay.
What would it be?
I remember growing up, we used to, play a lot of Hot Wheels. Me and my brother.
Goals.
And I used to have this Corvette, and I used to just love it, and I always wanted a Corvette. But like the old school Corvettes, not like the newer ones, like the old school, like the late 90s.
Yeah.
Those.
I know. One of my uncles had one like that.
Okay, yeah. I feel that was always like the car one, and then I saw a movie Gone 60 Seconds, and then I wanted that Mustang Shelby GT. Yeah.
Ooh. See, that'll be pretty dope. No, you know what's talking about Corvettes? Do you remember the Vipers?
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? And my brother had a Hot Wheel Viper, so that was his car, but I had the Corvette.
Yeah, I don't know why. When you said that, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Those Vipers were sick,
bro.
Yeah. I heard they were like scary because they were like too powerful and they were uncontrollable. Yeah.
Yeah.
People were slide off and shit. Yeah.
I wouldn't know what freaking car I would want. Like if it came down to it, like any car, maybe. You know what's funny? Maybe like if I just had it,
yeah.
Like I feel it would be stupid, but probably the Back to the Future.
Oh, okay.
DeLorean.
The DeLorean. Well, I've seen how they're coming back. The
oh,
DeLoreans.
really?
Yeah, but they're coming back like electric.
Oh,
yeah.
Wag.
Coming back
well,
electric.
actually, that'll probably make it more sense to that type of vehicle.
Yeah, because like you know how it was like unique, but like it was a crappy car. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well now they're keeping the uniqueness and they're adding electric to it.
If like if anybody has ever shushed up about the whole freaking DeLorean, the only reason why that car like made a scene was because of Back to the Future.
Yeah, because they
like
had that
nobody wanted
like
that
the
car.
butterfly doors and shit. Yeah,
yeah, and then I think was it that vehicle or another one? The whole point is that car just sucked.
yeah,
And after the Back to the Future, that's when people were like, "Oh my god, they only made like a certain amount of these vehicles because it didn't sell."
yeah.
So after that, people were just trying to find wherever they're at, and yeah. So that's crazy that they're coming back.
Yeah, it was coming back. I saw that somewhere. Yeah.
I wonder, like, will they make it like exactly to T of like the old DeLorean?
I think I saw like a little picture of it, and like like it still has the butterfly doors, and the back looks kind of like exotic like that too. So I feel they're probably like modernizing it with the whole electric part of it, but they're trying to keep like
everything detailed like how it was. Okay, that'd be cool. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like people got these cars just to make it like the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Like nobody bought it and like, yes, I got one.
Literally.
They made it to like, no, I got one and now I'm going to customize it.
Oh, yeah.
Put the whole little, what is that little triangle looking thing? Transfunctional or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name is. And then like the little time thingy and all that.
Yeah, kind of like the Honda Civics. You remember how like those were like the customizable cars?
Bro, yeah.
Yeah, when Fast and Furious came out, everyone wanted a Civic.
Bro, yeah. Fast and Furious made those cars like famous. And then
literally
after the freaking like second Fast and Furious, it just was crazy.
Yeah.
They gave up on street racing. They
brought the fucking like vortex.
Yeah,
like,
bro, that's just too much.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
All right, so obviously, you know, we talked about like the car that you wish you had. What about your least favorite car, like the car that you would not want to own?
Oh fuck!
Well, or like, what's the ugliest car you've ever seen on the road?
The ugliest? I want to say probably the Cybertruck.
The Cybertruck? Okay, yeah, honestly, that shit's pretty ugly looking.
Yeah, it's
big
ugly
and bulky.
Yeah, and people even say like they're actually cheaply made. Like there's some guys like they buy every like type of vehicle and they like test it out, like durability and all that. And they're just like ripping with hands, like ripping off pieces.
I've seen a bit where they kind of go like and they just like peel the insides.
Yeah,
just with their hands. Yeah.
So I feel like that would probably be one of my top like ugliest vehicle.
Yeah.
But that just came out. I feel like before that, I'd probably say something like, I don't know, like a little Pinto or some shit.
Okay. You know which ones that fuck I never like get why people get them, and it's not really a car, but it's kind of like a car, like those cars that look like motorcycles, but it's like two front wheels and then like one in the back.
Yeah,
it's like so you can't even cut through traffic, but it's like a motorcycle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's like a tricycle.
Yeah, like a tricycle. Yeah,
that's funny.
And you could drive it on the streets. I feel that was like pretty ugly to me.
Yeah, that I don't get. There's a couple of actually vehicles where I'm like, I don't get.
Yeah.
Like remember that? What was it? The Cube or something like that. Like that whole back window.
The Cube. Yeah.
Was like a rounded mirror.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it was like, because it was like that blind spot. But it was for what? I don't get it.
You know which other one too? Like the Jeep. That's like a pickup truck.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, it looks
They
weird.
make a lot of ugly vehicles. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who the designer is, and like, ooh, this will be cool. Like, you know,
right? Yeah.
I don't like them.
I got fired immediately because, like, you never see like those next generation cars of that model.
No,
it's just that one done in.
They like try to think out of the box supposedly, and like didn't work.
It doesn't do good. Yeah, I like it when they like go back in time and they try, bring back like the old school
like the
looks.
Supra. They try to bring.
Oh
it
yeah,
back.
the Supra. Yeah. How like the Camaros too? They kind of like made them to look
What'd you
like
say?
the Camaros.
Camaro,
yeah.
Okay, I was so confused. I wasn't sure what you meant.
I was trying to say it in Spanish, but then the English one came out, so it's
like Camarón.
You go to Camaro, but I was like, I said it in English.
Yeah, no, I was just so confused. I wasn't sure even.
My Spanglish took over a little bit.
I can tell. I don't know. They make a couple of ugly vehicles.
Yeah,
but what would be like a regular vehicle that you would want overall? That you would like see yourself actually getting?
Okay, like a car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now, like I love the cars we have. I love like the truck I have because I know trucks are obviously like I need a truck like it's super handy for the for the warehouse.
Yeah,
and then I like our little like SUV truck.
Little SUV. Don't say as if it's not a nice SUV. You're trying to say like if it's nothing.
It's like a family car for sure. Yeah, it's a Range Rover. Yeah,
yeah, it's a Range Rover. Yeah. That shit's dope as fuck.
The Range Rover and the Ram, honestly, yeah, yeah, honestly. Like,
well, that I feel like a truck is very like how you said it comes in handy so many times.
Yeah,
because so many times have we like done things and we're like, oh, we're gonna use the truck for this, or even like with like their parents' truck, like like to help out even more trucks or whatever. So I feel trucks are very, very like handy.
Yeah.
So I feel even for myself, like I feel like in the future, like maybe a truck would be nice.
Get your truck, yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah,
they come in handy.
No, yeah, they do. I remember. Yeah, I feel like I've always had trucks. And my first car was a truck. And at first I was like, it's just too big for me, but but I got used to it, and I actually like prefer them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like the driving, like moving in tight little spots or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's probably like the only like slightly downfall, but like you kind of get used to it.
Once you get used to it, you can fit anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, and then like even I feel like a lot of people struggle with parking, but I feel for most parking with trucks, it's just like back up into it. Like
yeah, literally.
Don't go, like
the easiest way is to back up into a parking spot with the truck for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody out there is like, oh, they're hard to drive or something. It kind of is, but at the same time, you get used to it, and then like you'll get it down.
Yeah. What about for you? Like, what car would you want now? Obviously, not like a crazy car or like ugly one, like something.
I feel that like if it came down to it, I feel like a truck would be nice because that like they come in handy.
They do,
and they're just
You need to get a new couch, a TV, or something, or a bed. Boom. You
and I feel even with a truck like that, like even when anybody else is dealing with some shit, like, oh, well, I got the truck, I could help out, or whatever type of shit,
Yeah.
And like I feel certain times where, like, oh my god, okay, I feel that probably be like a big thing too, because with Myra, we go to Home Goods or something, or
I'd rather like you gotta take it on the spot. You're like, like they don't deliver like.
Yeah,
pick it up and take it with you.
And I feel that like sometimes when we go to Home Goods, we're leaving and it's like, oh, okay, like this looks nice, whatever, but we're gonna have to go buy like a truck later on.
Yeah,
because it don't fit.
Yeah,
so it's like, yeah, it comes in handy in situations like that, and especially with like Myra always wanting to like get little cabinets,
change the furniture.
Yeah, so I feel a truck would be very helpful.
Definitely, yeah.
And I feel also like it's not bugging other people, but it's just more convenient having it yourself.
Just yourself.
Rather to like, oh, let's borrow the truck again. You know?
Yeah.
So.
And then like nowadays, like even trucks could become like family cars too. Like you just get like a 4-door truck and it's perfect,
Well, like the one you guys have?
Yeah.
That shit's clean, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That shit's nice as fuck.
Shit, yeah, it comes in handy. Like, oh, I need to take the kids with me to work, pack them up. Yeah.
Yeah,
because the truck before this one, it was a 2-door, but like it still had 4 doors, but it was more like 2.5 because it was like a half cab in a way. Yeah, so it was like very tight back there.
It was a half cab, so like I remember, like where did we go? I know I've been back there a couple of times.
Yeah, like the back is very flat. Like you just shit. Like
like you're literally hugging the front seat of like how small it is.
Literally, yeah.
But Yeah, like the one you guys have now, like you're fully back there and like it's a full on
Yeah.
seat. So that's just dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it might make the truck a little longer or whatever it is, but I don't know. I feel
Yeah, I mean,
we got used to
yeah, like long cars. At least you got the pickup in the back.
Yeah, I'll say that when we did the whole RV shit, that shit was fucking hard to drive.
Oh, the RV, yeah, it's because they're like a big ass box.
Yeah,
like a weird box.
But see, I remember I drove it because my dad was in trucking, and he made me drive the 16-wheeler like trailers.
Yeah,
and shit.
that's crazy.
So I was like, "Fuck, like this shit is hard."
Driving
and I was doing that shit at like fucking 13 or some shit.
Diapers and shit.
Yeah, so I was like,
Dad, me cagué. Park
you better park it first. A fun fact, if y'all just heard me, I could drive a 16-wheeler truck.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and
say those shit are big.
Oh no, they are. They are.
And they have a lot of gears, and then like even going like reverse, how like you have to turn right to go left, or some shit like that, huh?
Well, yeah, because the trailer, they have like a
they're attached in the middle.
So yeah, so like it swivels.
It's weird, yeah.
So yeah, reversing them like to park is fucking hard.
Yeah, no, yeah, and then like you gotta park it, and there's like the garage
like
door,
a dock,
like a dock. Yeah.
I remember where my dad worked. Like he would be working, but then the way he taught me, it was like, oh, we have to park it there. So like we would switch seats, and like I would have to do it, and he'll be like right there, watching me. Yeah, I remember. It was crazy, but I remember once we were leaving San Francisco, and he was like, "Take it on the freeway," and I was like,
"Fuck."
Okay, but I was on his lap.
Well, you were driving San Francisco, like with all like the hills and shit like that.
No, like onto the freeway.
Yeah,
like say the on ramp's like a block or two away. He just parked off to the side and was like, "Okay, like you take it onto the freeway." And I was like, "Shit,
are you sure?"
But I don't know why he did that. Up. Yeah, bro, that shit was crazy.
That's insane. I mean, fuck. The most I could do is this, dude. That's it. Double jointed fingers.
A little hidden talent moment.
Hidden talent, yeah.
Dude, I can't do that. I remember one of my friends.
Well, like, hey man, you throw gang sex? No, bro, it's my fingers.
I'll say that I have like I don't know if y'all could see this, but my finger, they like loose at the tip.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a hidden talent, but it's not talent at all.
And that's some shit you want to show off, yeah.
Yeah, because like has anyone ever asked you like, oh, what's a hidden talent you could do? And I feel like I'm like, I can't do shit, bro. Like, you know, like some people are like, oh yeah, look, watch me juggle and like out of nowhere, you know. And I feel like, what am I gonna do? Like, just show my little pinky, you know? It's nothing.
What's up,
gangsters? Start going off with your little fingers. No? I can't do that. That's so. But that's because you're double jointed.
Yeah, right? Ever since I was a kid, I was like, oh, I want fingers like that.
How I'll say that. Like, is it something that you just like?
For sure. Since I was like a kid, like, I noticed it. Like, my shit like sticks out.
Yeah, that's crazy. I could do it with my thumb.
Yeah, and I try to be normal, and like it just bounces. You know, like I can't. You know, like it bounces that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like.
Oh, yeah. I just see the little pops.
Yeah.
See, like I could do that with like my thumb, I guess you could say, because even on my thumb, like I could bend it like straight. I don't know if.
That shit's bent.
No, it's like legit bent. Like if y'all could see that,
you technically are double jointed too. Then,
but on the thumb, that's
thumb.
it. So like, I don't know. Nothing special, y'all.
Yeah.
If y'all waiting for us to do a magic trick or some shit,
fuck yeah,
ain't going down.
I'm not gonna spit fire out of my mouth.
Damn. No, I've even seen like when people do like the whole like hidden talents like with celebrities and shit. Like never expect certain things, you know, from celebrities. I'm like, oh damn, like that's crazy. Just whatever really like hidden talent they have.
That's great. Yeah.
But I have nothing for you.
Nope. Same.
We're just normal people, y'all. I'm just an everyday normal motherfucker.
All right, so talking about being double jointed, I mean, it has nothing to do with it, but I know guys and girls are definitely have like different spending habits. You know, like the girls are probably more like materialistic. You know, I gotta have my makeup, this perfume. I gotta look pretty. I can buy the new clothes. And like guys is like kind of the opposite, you know?
Yeah,
it's kind of. I mean, it in a way it still kind of is like that, materialistic, but like
different stuff.
Not necessarily with like presentation, more like, oh, like I want the new like game console, or like, and or I want like some new workout. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
I get you. I'll say that because I feel with Myra, if I could break down her like spending stuff, would probably be like decor for sure.
Oh, decor, yeah.
And like probably clothes, But for me, clothes, I could probably have like the same pants and shoes for like a good I wear them down.
Yeah, maybe like top maybe just have like 3 different pairs of jeans. That like some black ones, some dark blue ones, and some lighter shaded blues.
Yeah.
I feel that's like generic. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And then maybe some like dress pants for the occasional wedding or so that you go to,
No, for sure.
Literally.
That's funny. But if I were to look at like what I probably spend the most on, oh man. I really wouldn't have much spending. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, besides groceries and gas, like I can't like really think of anything.
I feel that. Like I for sure one thing I'm like constantly buying is Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, yeah.
Like
but that's like you need that though.
Yeah, I do. Dude.
That's not really like something like you can. I mean, I guess. But
No, like, I get it, but it's just funny. Like, I feel that it's probably like, other than that, like, I'm just probably spending it on food and.
Yeah, I just
like how you said. I feel like for us, probably like game things or something like that. Like when I see a new game come out, I'm like, oh, I want to try it out. I gotta buy it or whatever.
Yeah.
And nothing super crazy.
I feel for guys, it's always like building up, like adding to their collection that they have. Like whether it be games or like comics. I feel for me now it's like adding more stuff to my gym. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, now I need that now, or I need this.
Yeah,
it just adding to it, I feel like guys are like big time like collectors, like shit like that.
Yeah, that's true. I feel, like, I don't know. I feel overall I'm not like a crazy spender.
Yeah, no, same.
Like I feel even Myra mentioned it where like I don't really spend money. Oh, well, she got me this Louis bag,
nice,
and she was like, "Oh, I know you never really spend money and this and that, but like I feel like you deserve like a like nice, something."
Yeah. Well, speaking about that, it's so crazy how like guys are so simple. That sometimes even our girls like don't even know what to get us for like Father's Day.
You're like, what the fuck do you like?
What do you like? Yeah.
Yeah, like
stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, bro. And I feel like I'm super simple. Where like things like that, like my little spending things. Like I'll see like a funny little graphic tee and like like I'll get that, like cool,
Yeah.
But I feel some people would be going like this, like like this is probably like the no, it's definitely the only designer thing I have.
Yeah.
But there's other people who are like, oh, they'll get like glasses and they'll get even like shoes
shades,
from designers,
the hat,
and
the clothes.
Yeah, bro. Like belts,
luggage,
like literally like so many things where like I really don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't really spend.
That's I mean that's a good thing to have, honestly. Cause sometimes like some people be overspending.
True, very true. Like some people will start eating into like their savings for like
like it's in
spendings.
like it's an addiction,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like.
How do you see yourself? Do you feel like you really?
I feel probably the same. Like I don't really spend much besides like obviously the groceries, the gas. I guess every now and then, like, well, we're not even close. Obviously, I mean now, like you said, now I go to the store with Karina, like, oh, graphics tee for the podcast, perfect.
That's funny.
Like this one, I got it at Burlington the other day when we went. Yeah,
nice.
I saw it nice. I'm gonna get it. But besides that, no, nothing really crazy.
Yeah.
Besides fucking buying weed and shit. I don't know.
that would probably be like a spending thing.
Yeah.
When I'm running low, I'm like,
Yeah.
But other than that, like nothing super crazy.
Nothing crazy happened, yeah.
Yeah. I feel when I was younger, you know what I would spend a lot, not a lot, but was something that I constantly would do. Every week it was like a fresh cut.
Oh, okay.
Where like I felt when I had a job, like just working like whatever little thing, and I had a little cash. Like I was getting a
Constant
haircut every
haircuts?
week.
That's
You know,
good.
like
That's
just
good.
a fresh cut every week. And like nowadays, I feel sometimes I could pull off like a whole month. Like even now, like this shit
Yeah.
is like already long on the
It's
side.
long?
You know, like
Yeah.
I need a cut, but I'm like, it's fine. But back in the day, I was like, no, like I need a fresh cut like every week.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, because that I feel we mentioned it before, where like a guy's cut is the girl's makeup. You know,
Yeah.
so that made it just like look good.
Yeah, for a guy to look like put together, yeah, like get that fresh cut, you know?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
Sure.
So I feel that was probably like a spending thing back in the day, which I probably like. I should start doing that again.
Honestly, you know, yeah.
I just, you know what? And I'll ask you this: are you picky with your haircuts?
Honestly, no, because I was the opposite. Like I would go months without getting a haircut.
Oh, shit.
I was like, okay, I guess I need like I would get it when they start telling me, hey, you know, like go cut your hair.
Yeah, you're like, damn, it's getting long. I need
Yeah.
some trenzas. No,
Yeah, and then but before, like I would go to like any barber. Honestly, you know, someone would like do a really good job, and someone would fuck my shit up, you know. But I was like, fuck, it's a haircut, you know.
No, yeah. And see, I feel that's another reason why I remember I was like really picky with my haircuts. Now I'm a little more like, whatever. But since I was pretty much getting them like every week, if someone messed it up, I'm like, oh my god, like I gotta wait again for another week or whatever. Or,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I remember I would go get a haircut. I'll get back home and I'm like, I need to cut it myself now.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And I was like, so what was the whole point of me paying them?
You know what? Yeah. Like when you're there and they show you the mirror, like fuck, man.
And I'm the type of person, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you fucked it up. But the words that come out, I'm like, I like it, thank you.
Yeah.
So like I
perfect.
hate that confrontation. It was like, I don't want to make you look bad. So I was like, oh, yeah, it's cool. Thanks.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you feel bad. Tell them, you know what? Can you actually like go in some more?
Yeah.
Like you missed a couple spots, bro.
So I don't know.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah. But now I actually have this barber that I go to. Yeah.
Well, I'll say now, like for a cut, like if I'm spending like pretty much less than 30, I know it's gonna be like a bad cut.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
And I remember back then I used to always go to those like $5 haircut places.
Yeah, bro. Like little random.
And I think we used to go to the same place because you mentioned it. It was the one behind the Food for Less.
Yeah.
That one right there. Yeah.
Yep.
You used to just sit there and wait, like sometimes like an hour or so because it was packed.
Yeah. If you guys have in pretty much like the border of like Montclair and Pomona, it's now a Superior, right?
Super.
El Super.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much across the Pomona swap meet. But behind El Super, I'm not sure if it's even there.
Fuck. You know what? That shit might still be there, but
Maybe.
who knows? Yeah.
But there was this barbershop in the corner of this little like strip area kind of thing. And when you walk into that barbershop, it kind of has like a little downhill kind of thing.
Yeah. It does, yeah.
Yeah. But that was like the spot.
Yeah. No, and I used to hate going to the guy in the far corner.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure, like, if you know what I'm talking about, but
I don't know.
Yeah, he was in the far corner, and he used to fucking go hard in your fucking head. Like that used to hurt. Like he used to like cut your shit with the things, but he used to go hard.
Well, I remember once there, they like fucked it up where like they made like not a gash in my
They
skin.
cut you?
But yeah. And I was like, damn.
Like take it easy, dude.
Like, you want to get cut or not? They were like, yeah, but that's a different type of cut. So yeah, but I remember that was like the little spot I went to.
Yeah, I mean that was for sure the spot. Yeah, now haircuts are like they're not $5 anymore ever again.
But there are some spots where you could still go get like a $18 cut.
Oh, I would ask you that. Like, what's a reasonable price that you'll pay now? Like, okay, it makes sense.
Like 30.
Okay.
Because if I'm starting to pay like less than that, unless it's like, oh my god, like you did a wonderful cut.
Yeah.
But I feel if it's in that $30 range,
the average is like 25 to 30.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if it's within that range, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be most likely a decent cut type of shit, But what I do now too, where if I'm getting that cut, and I hate when like I'll go to places. I hate myself for this, but I'll go to places and they're like, "Oh, anybody is gonna cut." I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine,
Who's
whatever."
next? Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like I didn't want to go,
Yeah.
But then after the cut, I'm like, oh, like why didn't I speak up? Like I should have just been
Now
like,
you know
no.
why no one like wanted to go.
Yeah,
Because of that reason.
yeah, bro.
Everyone knows that barber that he
Yeah.
fucks shit up. Yeah.
And I know certain like places where I know certain barbers are like good,
Yeah.
but I don't like. Oh, I want them because I at least this is the way I feel. Where I'm like, oh, like he's picky, you know. So I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
just let it go,
Yeah.
however it goes. You know.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, for me, it's like I want to get in and out as quick as possible. Who's open? Fuck, cut my hair. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most of the time, that's the guy you don't want to go to though.
Yeah, and it was dope because I know certain people that cut hair, but for the most part, the people that I know now, they're kind of far.
They're far, huh? Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, like to travel out like 30, 40 minutes to get a cut.
Yeah.
Boom, it's going to take I don't know how long. So like I'm going to waste like a cool 3 hours
Yeah,
or so
uh-huh.
by the time I come back. So I'm like, I just need to find something around here.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just on a mission to try to find a barber.
No, yeah.
I need to do that because like I said, like I remember getting a cut every week.
Mm-hmm.
And even now, probably like if I do like a cool every 2 weeks, wouldn't be bad.
Okay.
But I feel this is a whole like month, you know, like it just starts getting like
Yeah.
I said, it's the makeup for the guy. You get
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So it just looks fresh. It's clean. So I feel that
Yeah.
having a clean cut just looks nice.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, like even though like they're more expensive now, they're still way cheaper than girls. Yeah, because when Karina goes get her hair done.
Oh, no, yeah.
it's for like a few hundred for sure.
No, definitely. And that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. But
Like I'm over here complaining about $30, a haircut when they're paying a couple hundred sometimes.
But at the same time, say that, right? Say when they go do their hair, it's a couple $100. But they're only doing this every other couple of months.
That's true. Yeah.
You know? Us, if like say that, how I used to cut it every week. Say if I would to do that now, $30 every week, that's a lot added up within a couple of months.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah.
So maybe just 2 weeks. Because that's like, yeah, that shit adds up.
It does. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I remember because of that, I was like, sometimes I be going, they mess it up. I have to get home, fix it myself. I'm gonna buy my own clippers.
Yeah.
And I started cutting myself, like learning.
Okay, yeah.
And sometimes I remember, like I was dating Myra at the time, and I would cut it, and I'll be like, oh, like how do you like the hair?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, it looks nice. I'm like, I cut it, you know. And it was like,
Yeah.
cool. Like she don't even know the difference.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool. Yeah. I remember during COVID, obviously, like we couldn't go out. So at the time Karina cut my hair, I was like, hey, can you fade me up? Here's this video
Oh, shit.
on how to, fade, how to do fades. And she watched it. She did it. That should look pretty good.
damn.
I'm like,
How much
okay.
you charge? No shit. Because that ain't far from me. No shit. Imagine.
Yeah. So she gave me a fade. That should look pretty clean. Yeah. I think I had like made a TikTok about it. I cut my own hair. Obviously, yeah, but I tried the sides, but Karina, helped me with the back.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but it came out pretty good.
You know
I'm
what?
like,
I feel like I would trust Myra to cut it, but I feel like she'll be not scared. But I feel like she'll just be like, "Fuck!" Like I don't know.
Yeah, just
You
put
know?
a YouTube video for her and give her the clippers, and she'll do it good. Because I feel like it's not as hard as people make it seem. You go from like the 0 and then to like half and then like 1.
I
And you
feel
keep jumping, like
Yeah.
like half a number every time.
I feel the main thing why certain haircuts look better than others is the blending.
Yeah,
Like because you could see when like it's a 1
when
from
the
a
blend
2,
is
you know?
crappy. Yeah,
Yeah. So like if they're blending really good and it just looks smooth, I'm like, that's a nice fresh cut, you know?
yeah.
But when it's like
When we
not
see the
blended,
line, like okay,
yeah, I'm like, damn, you
Where'd
know,
you
you
go
paid like
to?
$5, huh?
yeah. You know what I hate too when I ask for a fade and they don't trim like the sides.
Mm-hmm.
So so they make you have that like Edgar haircut look where it's like
Yeah.
a mushroom look, it goes
yeah.
like outwards. I remember one time I told her, hey man, can you actually trim that part? I don't like that.
No, you know what's crazy? I'm not sure if this has happened to you, but I'll go to a place and I'll ask for a specific haircut.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I like that. That's cool. But then I go to a different place, ask for the exact same thing.
Oh yeah.
And it looks different. I'm like,
their interpretation is
shit.
different. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like I'm not sure if they were trained differently and like I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Or it's just me No, because I said the exact same thing. So I don't know. They just cut it differently. Where I'm like, shit, I liked it last time, but from this other person.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
know. So
that's funny. I just had like a flashback. I remember when I was a kid, there was something major going on in the TV, and obviously back then I used to go to like, I was like these senoras, you know, like across the street from my house.
Yeah.
I used to go there, and and she was cutting my hair, but she was watching TV, and I was like, what the fuck, like how she cutting my, but she just like going out, oh, you know, ¿qué pasó? No.
To the cheeseman and shit. Like,
yeah, and then talking to other ladies, and then like, you know, like cutting my hair, fucking fuck my shit up. I went home and
I feel that too, with all due respect, not to be sexist, but when a girl's gonna cut my hair, I'm kind of like, oh man, like please don't fuck it up, you know?
Yeah.
Because for the most part, at least for my experience, when a girl cuts my hair, most of the time, it just doesn't come out right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. And ever since that, I was like, I'm not gonna come here ever again. And that's why I started going to the one behind the food processing store.
Yeah. They were cool there.
They were.
Yeah.
Are you the type to say something when like they fuck your shit up, your hair, or like if you're at a restaurant, like you just get really bad service, or like if you hire somebody to come, you know, obviously like paint your walls or
like services overall?
Yeah.
For the most part, like I was saying earlier, I feel like I just kind of suck it up.
Yeah.
And just like go with the flow. Like I'll fix my haircut, or even at that, like say the gardener does something and whatever. Like I'll be like, it's fine. I'll figure it out. Whatever. Even we've gotten painters at the house and they painted it, and instead of like lashing out on them, I'm like, it's fine. I'll paint the rest later. Like, you know, it's just like, I don't know. Like I hate being that person.
Yeah, I know.
And like it's kind of, at least for myself, what I do is learn from that experience, and like I just never get them again. Like,
honestly,
you know, like he did say that, like with somebody painted the house, like it's fine. I'll find another painter next time. Yeah. Or say if I got someone to cut something in the back, like it's fine. I'll just never ask them to cut that no more. Or like, you know, I just like cut people off of that. Like say that, like the barbers, I know specific barbers now where I'm like, they fucked it up last time. So even if I go to the same place, that'll probably be the only time where I speak up like beforehand. And they're like, oh, this person's open. And I realize it's that person. I'm like, oh, it's fine. I'll wait, you know, before I even like fuck it up again. Yeah. But if it's a new person I don't even know, I'll walk up like, oh, screw it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I feel like I stay quiet. I'm like, I'll suck it up. You know, what do you do?
You know what? I'm with you too. Like, I'm very like the person that like I like to give people like chances, opportunities, you know, like I go to the first barber, like, you know, who obviously needs to cut somebody's hair or stuff like that, or like I'm totally down to give someone a try. But for sure, like with me, first impressions matter, you know, like if you fuck my shit up or if you pay my house wrong, you best believe I'm not gonna call you again, you know. So
well, that I like how you said that, because you know what, that like with barbers and stuff, sometimes they're trying to get their like rep of like, I'm new. I'm trying to just cut people's hair, get experience and this and that, whatever it is. So at the end of the cut, one, it's more experience for them. Two, I get to like see like where they good, where they bad. Even if they slightly messed up, it's like, it's fine. Like I could come back to them, because that sometimes they're just trying to get a job done, you know? So if it didn't come out like horrible, I'll be like, I'm down to try you again, because sometimes I feel bad where I'm like, they're just trying to get work done, you know? But if they completely fuck it up, I'm like, nah.
Like if they're not paying attention, like
you got the wrong job.
You know they're fucking shit up on purpose. Like, okay.
So that, I like how you said that, like giving them that opportunity. It's like,
because everyone has a story, you know, like like everyone in this world has had that first time doing whatever they're doing, you know. And you know, it's about giving people chances, you know, like.
Definitely. So that, I feel like at the very end, if it's not too bad, you're like, it's cool. If it's bad, I'm like, you don't want to be a mechanic or something.
That's right. And that's what they say, you know, like that first impressions matter, you know, and they do, because.
Well, even at that, first impressions matter for even us as like a client, whereas that's why I hate being like picky or something like that, because even at that, like they will see that and be like, oh, here comes that one guy again. You know?
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes restaurants or something like, they already know certain customers. They're like,
Oh,
like I remember working
yeah.
at the Tiki. I
know
already knew certain customers.
You know what? Same. I used to
like,
work at restaurants, and yeah, like I know where like some regulars were like not it. You know, like
why do you have to come back here?
Yeah, they're just rude sometimes for no reason.
Dude.
Like
well, dude, I remember. Like, okay, the Tiki was a lot of shit show, you know?
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel people instantly think like the customer's always right type of shit.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Sadly, with all due respect, not every single time. Like I remember once, it was Marisol. She had given a guy he ordered like a cup of noodle. And when he was grabbing it, obviously it's freaking hot and he like spilled it on himself and all that. And it was like, oh shit, like okay, like he was trying to help her out. Or whatever. I mean, she was trying to help him out.
Yeah.
And then he just started like insulting her.
Oh yeah.
And I was there on my day off because me and Maya were gonna watch a movie, and we were like, what the fuck? Like, why is he going off on her like this and that? And he just kept on going off, and I was like, fuck, I can't just watch this shit. So I fucking stood up in front of him. Yeah. And that's when he just stayed quiet. Congratulations, you got fucking balls out of nowhere, but they disappeared real quick, huh?
Yeah, it's like,
so it was just like, nah, dude,
like you order a cup of noodle, you know it's gonna be hot,
bro. It's so I don't get it because even at like I think we talked about this last time on like the shopping carts.
Oh yeah.
On the little holes that says caution may be hot, but you're gonna put your own drink there. You would know if your drink is hot or cold.
Literally, yeah.
But just because there are some stupid people out there, they have to put that caution sign.
It's because they know how some people are honestly like entitled, you know. So that's why, like, you know, we gotta put warning signs on everything.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, completely way off topic, but. Do you remember the whole January 6th thing that happened, taking over the Capitol?
Oh, yeah.
So somebody from that day sadly passed, you know? Mm-hmm. But their family is suing the whole, like, I guess the workers at the Capitol or whatever.
Like the government, pretty much?
Yeah. $5 million because of what happened. It was like, what did you freaking expect?
Wait, so he passed on the day of?
She passed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's like you're out there destroying, like literally terrorizing thing. If anything, people were expecting you were gonna go and do something to them. So like it just made no sense to me. I just saw some guy on TikTok post about it, and I was like, no way. And
the entitlement is real. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And they originally were gonna, I guess, we're trying to see like settle like for something, whatever. And people were thinking, oh, like they're gonna try to settle for like just 1 million. But I guess Trump said like, no, like give her the whole 5. And it was like
what for
that makes. But I bet you if it was another,
you know what, like those type of laws I don't get. Kind of like here in California, how like if a burglar breaks into your house and they slip and fall,
that is crazy.
And they can sue you.
That is crazy, bro.
That makes no sense.
If someone ever freaking try to break into, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to get rid of you because no way you're gonna sue me after this.
Literally, yeah. Like it's like, okay, so he's not charged for breaking in, but you're charged for letting him fall. That makes no sense.
Like, well, you should have wiped down your floors before they broke in. I was like, that. How does that make sense?
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah,
that is beyond stupid. So, to all that family, that is. Wow,
that's wild.
That's low of them.
Yeah, I mean,
but
at that point, just leave it as is. You know, like
that's just crazy, bro.
That was action.
And guess where all that money's coming from? Taxpayers. Mm-hmm. That's us.
We're paying for that.
Insane.
Last week, there was a giant or like a massive leak. Pretty much, somebody hacked into Apple, Google, Facebook, Telegram, pretty much like every major like social platform where like you put your your passwords in.
Yeah,
they pretty much hacked it, and like 16 billion people's passwords got leaked. Everything, like pretty much like from emails, phone numbers, passwords, everything. So that's pretty much the whole world.
Yeah,
that's insane.
That is insane.
So pretty much all our information is out there. Somebody has it, or a group of people have it.
If y'all think your guys' little group chats are private, all those little funny memes and all that thing y'all send, they're leaked.
Yeah. So if you guys have been getting like a lot of messages or emails lately, it's pretty much because of that. And And I've been getting like a bunch of like random text messages, supposedly from the post office, but it's like,
oh
it's
my
fake.
God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, have you got the one from the Fast Pass?
The Fast Pass? No.
They'll like,
but it's coming.
Send you, no, definitely. It sends you a text like, oh, please pay for using the Fast Pass, blah blah, before you have to pay a bigger fine. And it's like, all the I hate that. Like the whole little fraud thing behind.
And they
that.
get some people because it works. Obviously for like, I guess like our parents, like they would, oh my God, I got to renew it.
Yeah.
Boom, puts their information in there, the credit card's over.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because I keep getting I keep getting support about the post office, and then something about like a payment's overdue to make a payment, some shit like that.
And see, the sucky shit about that is that like these little scams, they're gonna get some people here and there and all that. But when something serious comes around and you're like, it's another scam.
yeah.
And then you collect some fines towards that.
Yeah, so it's like you don't know what's real or not.
Now, like, shit.
Yeah. But they found out that obviously that they say to always ignore like a text message because
they will never like text you.
They'll never text you, like it's always gonna be like a mail.
Yeah.
Like they'll mail it to you.
Yeah. Oh man, but some people are just like, oh, like I gotta pay this before.
Yeah, they fall for it.
Yeah, dude.
So don't fall for it, you guys. Yeah.
Right? Motherfuckers. It's because it's so annoying.
That's crazy how like
it's lazy people that like just know like coding and all that shit. I was like, oh, I could scam somebody and make them think whatever, and boom, I got their information.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. You know what? That's why whenever like you put your like log information for like Instagram or Google or like your Gmail,
to not save it.
Yeah, don't save it because this tells you like if you wanted to memorize your password, so it can be easier logging in next time. Always put always obviously write down your password or just have it in your memory.
Yeah,
like never have it stored in cloud because cloud could get hacked like it did.
But you know what sucks about that too? Because every other freaking like couple of months ago, like new update, please renew your password.
Oh yeah.
Or some shit, or that you'll forget supposedly your password, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna make a new one, and then boom, it says, oh, this password already exists. And I was like, so why the fuck couldn't I log in if it already exists? Like,
you know what I hate too, when it tells you obviously like you press forget password, and you have to make a new one, but in order to make a new one, you have to put your current password. Like, whoa, my,
like that's why I'm here.
That's the point. I don't know my current password.
Oh my god, yeah. See. That sucks.
Crazy out there, guys.
Yeah, and so all those got leaked out. So
16 billion people's credentials got leaked. Yep,
that's crazy.
It's insane. That's pretty much everyone. The whole United States.
16 billion?
Yeah, 16 billion.
Isn't there only like 8 billion people?
We know some people make, I guess, like double accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got like everyone's fences too.
Your backups got that shit too.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy, man. Huh? Yeah.
I gotta check my shit now.
Yeah, you gotta change your passwords now, you guys.
Yeah. Well, that, like how you said, like don't save them. That makes sense because if they were to just hack into like the iCloud, they get everything.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
That's
why I never say my my credit cards too. You know how like when you enter it, like it tells you if you want to save it, so it could be easier checking out next time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't do that shit too.
Well, even at that, like. They also say like things like that, important information stuff, never send it through text.
Yeah, through text
because they could like read that stuff. I guess I don't know how.
I guess like it's easy to like search for it, or something like that.
I don't know.
That's insane.
Sucks.
Yeah,
it's too much for me, bro.
That's a lot, huh? Yeah.
Hell yeah. Like, it's because like you have to literally watch your back from like everything.
Everything, yeah.
That shit's insane.
Yeah,
like already as it is, this whole world is.
Yeah,
freaking going crazy, and then shit like that, like that's messing with people's money,
Yeah, yeah.
So already as it is, it's already hard for people dealing with everything going on, and yet they still have to worry about like fucking people taking whatever we got, and it's like, bro.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, like it doesn't help having all your information out on the web. Obviously, like you think it's secure because like only you know it, but the moment that company gets hacked, everyone should leak. Yeah. Last week too, there was like hot air balloon in Brazil that had like over 20 people in it, and it went up in flames like in midair.
Yeah.
and it just went down.
Okay, I saw that slightly, but I didn't know it had 20 people.
Yeah, like it had like over 20 people. Like there's a video of it where like they were already having issues before it even took off. Like it was having issues taking off. Like it wouldn't like take off.
Yeah.
And then after it did, like everyone started cheering, yes, like, and there was like over 20 people in there. And then like kind of like shortly after it takes off, it just catches fire. And there's a video of like you see like a guy jumping off. I mean, it's tragic. Like you see him like falling from super high up there, and then like minutes later, the whole thing just comes down.
Oh, see, shit like that, man. One that's crazy because it had 20 plus people. I didn't even know they made them that big for like.
Right, that's.
I always thought they were like 4 or 5 people type of
like
shit.
max, huh? Like like 5 people max.
But oh man, that is a sad like you're just falling.
Yeah,
like you know what's going to happen.
Is you're gonna burn or you're gonna like crash?
Yeah,
big time. Yeah.
And there was 20 people. Did it show like any?
Okay, so 13 people survived. Like they have injuries, like injuries, and then 8 people passed away.
Yeah. See. I don't know.
I feel that's like one of those like scary moments where like you get this adrenaline rush to do it, but then like you think about shit like that, like do I really want to do this? You know what I mean?
No, definitely. Because I'd say that like
it's the rush that people like seek for,
Yeah, like it even seems like that little magical thing, like being a hot air balloon, seeing like beautiful view and this and that. But you hear shit like that, it's like fuck, like oh. And that like they knew something was messing up. They could have just been like, "Hey guys, like sorry, we're gonna
do another one." Like jump into the next hot air balloon,
Yeah, or until they like not just fix it at the moment. Like, no, we need a specialist out here. Like,
this one's like like done for the day.
Yeah,
but we have some other ones that work. Like.
Oh man, I don't know. That's just for the other people. I'm sure they're like critical condition type of thing in the hospital.
I'm sure they are, yeah, because it was pretty. I mean, it was pretty high up there. You see the video, like they're super high up there.
I only saw one video, but it cut off.
Okay.
Where I'm sure they're like they don't want to show anything, but it cut off where like the parachute's going like kind of like in flames, but not like fully like okay. It just showed like this just happened and like boom, it cuts off, and then like I saw it was the guy like talking like this happened and like
Yeah.
Like more like a reporter kind of TikTok type of thing. But it wasn't the actual video. Yeah. So I was like, oh shit. And I didn't want to see it. So I just
it was tragic. Yeah, it was tragic.
Yeah.
So there was also like another tragic story too. I believe it was like last week too, or a couple of weeks ago, where that plane, kind of like the same thing.
Oh yeah.
It was having issues before taking off. Like people even recorded it. Like oh look, like nothing works in here.
Yeah.
And then it takes off, and like shortly afterwards, like it just never takes.
I think
like,
it less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, it just goes straight down and blows up.
Yeah.
But I think in that one, like I think everyone passed away except for one person. One guy survived.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, and it's tragic because obviously like we're into it. There was a photo of a whole family that they take a picture of themselves, and it's like obviously like the mom, dad, and their 3 kids. And they were like moving to London, like they were gonna live together for first time because I think the dad was out in London, and then the mom and the kids were out in India still. And I think he was like kind of like working to get their passports or the papers done.
Yeah.
And then like when he finally did it, like he came home to take them, to London to officially live over there. And
see, that's happened. Tragic.
Yeah, it's tragic stories.
That's sad, bro. Shit like that. When I hear music shit like that, I'm just like, like this low-key. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be hearing so much. Like bad shit.
It's scary how like you want to go out and travel and experience vacation, but it's always like going like always like hopping on a plane.
The risk,
is crazy. Yeah, it's like you're always gonna think about that. It's always gonna give you anxiety, or like when you finally get there and you're doing activities like the hot air balloon and some shit like that happens.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's scary. Sometimes I think like I just stay my ass home.
No, for real, bro.
Like as boring as it sounds, like let's just chill, make some dinner. I don't know.
Yeah, no, in that like sometimes it just seems like the world is too freaking scary to experience sometimes, and like sometimes it just seems safer to be at home.
Yeah.
But it's that like taking that little extra risk and like.
So keeping it on a positive note, we're going to wrap it up with some good quotes, some Inspiring quotes and first impression quotes. Something to keep in mind. I'm gonna go first.
Go for it, bro.
All right, so I have one. So it says, "You never get a second chance to make a first impression." So
Will Rogers.
yeah,
Hey man, you know what?
very much think alike.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so always whenever like you do that first gig, that first job or something, like do it as like it's gonna be your last, because
because it'll literally be your last first impression.
Yeah.
So, and I feel everybody always talks about that, whether it's going for work or even like meeting people and all that.
Yeah.
Like first impression does a lot to people, where they instantly kind of like judge off that first look or that first whatever it is you're going for. They kind of just like judge it off of that.
Yeah.
Because until the next time, they don't know what's gonna happen. So if that, like, say if it's for a job, it's for like, even meeting friends or something. If you're the first time meeting them and you're instantly like an asshole or you know, whatever it is, like damn, I don't even want to see this guy again. So you probably won't even get that second chance.
Yeah.
So that like first impression does a lot. So
definitely, yeah.
Always think of that. Even meeting random people, it doesn't even have to be for something as business wise or like work or anything like that. You could be meeting somebody at the first time at a store. Yeah. Your first impressions with them, like encountering whatever it is just
literally,
like, you know, think of that, because maybe you bump into them again later on. Or even at that, maybe someone else is seeing you from the side and is like, oh, damn, like that dude looks like an asshole. Yeah, you know, so it's like, always have a nice first impression for everybody.
Definitely.
I think, how do you feel people thought of you as a first impression for most people?
I don't know. Maybe quiet, I guess, reserved. I don't know.
Yeah, I say that. I feel like my first impression with you, I felt like you're just like happy. Like you always smiling.
Yeah.
And even now we'll like joke around like, oh, Raul's always smiling.
Yeah.
So I feel like you guys would probably even know, like, yeah, Raul's always smiling. So
for like, no reason, he's just there.
Yeah, like, oh shit, he just broke his leg and look at him all smiling. You're like, oh shit, I need a cast now. So yeah, like you seemed like just like a chill, happy dude.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess for you, I was just jokester, you know, like like just funny. Out there for sure.
I joke around too much sometimes.
And also like a nice guy too, you know, because there's like those jokesters that are just straight assholes, and you know what I mean, just talk shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
And then there's like different types of people.
Yeah. Well, thank you. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that episode. If y'all did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And we'll check y'all next week.
Yep.
Deuces.
Have a safe one.